The men that live by the grace of God and 600 horsepower. That was labeled many, many years ago by motorsports writer Phil Smith. Here they come out of the turn. Don Horvat looks them over. Green flag is on the speedway, and we are racing at the Ridge. And immediately down the back straightaway, it'll be car number 25, and that is Ronnie Williams. Every time I interview Ronnie Williams, he's at a racetrack he's never been at before. He's getting an education driving for Gary Casella this year. Following him right behind is the guy that joined him in the front row, and it's Ricci in the number 20, Tony Ricci. Off the turn to complete another circuit around the speedway. Sontag is in the 13. And car number 27 running right there, solid in the 4th position. And that's Derek Roby out of Bellingham, Massachusetts. Top 5 and nose to tail. Lots of side-by-side racing going on behind. Jeffrey Gallup's up high in that white number 4 car. He has the 63, C.J. Bolton, Chris Bolton on the inside. As the number 25, Gary Casella. Gallup on the outside. Right up alongside the 3rd place car as they come down the straightaway, and Jeff Gallup looks like he wants to lead this thing. He's got his leg. That car is hooked up. Car number 4 to the outside, making a bid for the number 2 spot, and he's going to come away with it out of the turn as they come off the number 4 turn down the chute. And suddenly, Ronnie Williams, who has been the parade leader, is going to have his hands full out of turn number 2 as Gallup, a 2nd-generation driver. His dad, Ricci, raced modifieds for years in the state of Connecticut. Side by side into turn number 1. Good competition here early on in this 75-lap affair, and we have a new leader. A new leader in our 75-lap go. First caution flag comes out in this 75-lap feature race. Back to racing we go as they power down into turn number 1. Now Ronnie Williams has got his leg in and on the outside, and he's going to make a challenge to get that number 1 spot back here after the restart. 27 laps into the books. Wheel-to-wheel action here. Look at the number 20, Tony Ricci. Look at the number 66, Shaw, as he has made his way up to the inside of Williams as they battle for the number 3 spot, and Shaw has the 3rd spot. Williams is running in the 4th position. Anthony Nocella is in the 5th spot. Side-by-side racing, Sontag, as he is duking it out down the back straightaway. C.J. Bolton comes right up behind him, but Sontag, he's hooked up in a battle with Josh Cantara on the outside. Mike Willis Jr., he's starting to turn it up a little bit here as he goes by Bolton on the outside, stays right behind the 81 car. Yes, that is a tight race coming out of the number 4 turn right now. Cantara and Sontag. As Tony Ricci hangs right there. We got a caution. Yellow flag. George Sherman's over in the apex between 1 and 2, down low on the apron. And he brings out the 2nd caution flag. Here they come. They fire over in the 4th corner. Green flag is out. Things are going to get interesting here, Beech Ridge fans. You can see it developing as we're getting closer to the halfway point. As they head down into that number 3 turn, Ronnie Williams works the high side. He's racing in the 3rd position right now, and he's got Shaw on the inside. Nice run here for the 66 car. Out of the turn, Ricci is right behind the race leader. Only a car length separated them when they exited 2. Wow, Shaw went way high over there in the 3rd turn, and he's gone back a few. Now he's got Willis trying to stay on the inside and steal that spot as they head into turn number 3. Tony Ricci, Rick Zarnecki car, the number 20. A modified legendary name that is very close to the Zarnecki race team. Some of you may recall Bob Pulverari, another Hall of Famer. Well, with Tony Ricci. Ricci staying down low, looked a little low coming out of the turn, nothing happening there. Now you've got Nocella. You've got Nocella and Williams ready to duke it out for the third spot. Anthony Nocella turns up the wick, and he challenges the number 25 for that third spot. You could put a blanket over the top four cars as they race down into turn number one. Great competition here tonight at Beech Ridge with the Valenti Modified Racing Series. And they continue to go side by side out of the number 4 corner. Here's Tony Ricci looking for an opportunity down low heading into the turn. Nothing materialized there as Gallup was able to shut the door going into the first turn. Now let's see what happens here as Tony, with a lot of experience at this speedway, goes to the inside and looks to become the third different leader of this race. And he has. He takes over the top spot as Tony Ricci, the Westbrook Warrior, takes over the number 1 position. Here's your top 3. Watching Andy Shaw, the former past modified champion. He's toured this racing facility many times with the past mods. C.J. Bolton, driving a former John McKennedy car, is having a good run. Here's Nocella as Ricci continues to be the pace setter. Nocella tries the inside. Stays down low out of turn number 2. Gallup hangs on to the number 2 position. Here comes Ronnie Williams. Here comes Nocella to the inside out of 4. It's going to go side by side for the number 2 spot. And Anthony has rolled into the 2nd position. Here comes Ronnie Williams to the inside. Ronnie Williams down to the bottom. Winner with this series at New Hampshire Motor Speedway over in Loudon, New Hampshire this year. And victorious also at Monadnock Speedway. He had never been to Monadnock, but boy, he showed the fast way around earlier in this campaign. Tony Ricci right now on cruise control. You could blanket these 3 cars coming out of the 4th corner as they head down the front straightaway. See how this is going to play out here in the late stages. To the outside, Andy Shaw races Ronnie Williams for the number 2 position. That's your best race on the speedway right now, folks. Off the corner they come. Shaw still hangs tough. Nerf bar to nerf bar. Wow, look at that. It looked like Shaw wanted to go around the outside of Nocella, but thought better of it. There's going to be 2 laps to go here for the leader. Good 3-car battle for 2nd spot. It's a gem out of the turn. Look at the 66 Andy Shaw as he goes by Ronnie Williams. What a great run. White flag is out. What a great run for the shop school teacher in Conway. All righty. They are coming around to finish this. And I said to the driver of car number 20 when he checked in tonight or this afternoon, I said, hey, I might meet you down in Victory Lane tonight for an interview.